Are carbs making you fat, or are they being unfairly blamed? You've probably heard it all: cut carbs to lose weight. Bread is the enemy. Carbs spike insulin and cause fat gain. But here's the shocker: many of the fittest, leanest, healthiest people on the planet eat carbs daily. And they're thriving. So what's the truth? Are carbs the villain or the misunderstood hero of your diet? Let's break this down. Imagine this: two people, same age, same weight. One eats 200 grams of carbs a day and loses fat steadily. The other eats the same but gains weight rapidly. What's happening? Here's the twist: it's not just about carbs. It's about context. Carbohydrates are not inherently good or bad. What matters is what kind of carbs, how much, when you eat them, and what your lifestyle looks like. Let's go back. For decades, low-fat was the villain. Then keto and low-carb took the spotlight. Now people are scared of rice, potatoes, even fruit. Fruit. Something humans have eaten for thousands of years. But science paints a different picture. In fact, a 2024 meta-analysis in the Lancet covering over 432,000 participants found that diets high in whole food carbohydrates, like fruits, legumes, and oats, were linked to lower risk of death, better gut health, and improved energy regulation. Here's what most influencers don't tell you: your body runs on carbs. Your brain, your muscles, even your hormones, they thrive on glucose, the simplest form of carbohydrate. But here's the cliffhanger: if carbs are essential, why do some people lose tons of weight cutting them? Because cutting carbs is an indirect way to cut processed junk. When most people say I cut carbs, what they really mean is, I stopped eating chips, cookies, cakes, soda, white bread, and random snack foods I used to grab without thinking. And that is the real weight loss trigger. Let me give you a real story. Sophie, a client of mine, was terrified of carbs. She was doing low-carb keto, surviving on bacon and cheese, but always felt tired, constipated, and moody. We made one change: she swapped low-carb junk for real food carbs: quinoa, sweet potatoes, bananas, beans. She lost 7 kilos in 6 weeks. But more importantly, her digestion improved, her skin cleared up, and she stopped waking up exhausted. So what's the deal? Are carbs bad? No, but the kind you choose makes all the difference. Let's break it down simply. Refined carbs equals white bread, sugary cereals, soft drinks, pastries. These hit your bloodstream fast, spike your insulin, and crash your energy. They're hyperpalatable and easy to overeat. Whole carbs equals fruits, veggies, whole grains, legumes. They contain fiber, slow digestion, support your gut, and stabilize blood sugar. Here's the punch: not all carbs are equal, and pretending they are is the biggest nutrition lie of the last decade. Another twist? Carb tolerance is individual. Some people thrive on high-carb diets. Think endurance athletes, dancers, even everyday people who are active. Others feel better with fewer carbs, especially if they're insulin resistant or sedentary. It's not carbs are bad. It's match your carbs to your lifestyle. If you're sitting all day, overworked, sleeping 4 hours, and skipping movement, you likely won't need a bowl of pasta at 10 p.m. But if you train hard, walk 10,000 steps a day, and sleep well, your body will use carbs efficiently for fuel, recovery, and even fat burning. Yeah, you heard that right. Carbs can help you burn fat when used wisely. Because when carbs fuel movement, they increase calorie burn and reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that makes you store fat. Now here's the part most people miss: what matters more than low carb versus high carb is carb quality, timing, and pairing. Try this. Eat most of your carbs around times of movement, before or after exercise. Pair carbs with protein or healthy fats to slow digestion. Skip drinking sugar. Eat it as fruit with fiber. Choose carbs your grandma would recognize: potatoes, oats, apples, not keto brownies made of fake ingredients. Want proof? Let's look at cultures with some of the longest lifespans. The Okinawans in Japan, 70% of their diet is sweet potato. The Sardinians in Italy? They eat beans, sourdough, and pasta daily. And they have some of the lowest obesity rates on Earth. The problem isn't carbs. It's our modern, processed version of them. Let's simplify. Carbs that come from the earth equals good. Carbs made in a lab equals problematic. And here's something powerful. Your relationship with carbs mirrors your relationship with food and control. If you fear carbs, binge them, restrict them, and repeat. The issue isn't the carb. It's the chaos in how you view food. What you need isn't another restrictive rule. It's food freedom with structure. So here's the new rule: eat whole carbs. Eat them with purpose. And stop fearing food. If you're exhausted, stuck, and always on some new diet trend, this is your permission to stop chasing hacks and start trusting your body. You're not lazy. You've been misinformed. And if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still not seeing results, it's probably because the advice you've been following wasn't made for your lifestyle, your biology, or your goals. Let food fuel you. Let carbs be your ally, not your enemy. Because the truth? Carbs are not good or bad. They're a tool. And how you use them determines everything. If you've made it this far, friend, this is your moment. Hit like if this resonated. Drop a comment sharing your biggest myth about carbs. And subscribe, because this channel isn't about noise. It's about clarity. Let's build a body and a mindset that thrives together.